I guess this is a vlog-izzle. For a blog, vlog post. I don't know. So I've just received my copy of Space Giraffe, a review copy, famous Xbox. Heard it's quite weird. Thought I'd try a video for it. Just finished downloading now. Open that up. So I've just loaded it up. I had no idea what I was doing when I tried the first game, so I'm going to try the tutorial, see if that helped. But man, this is pretty trippy. Okay. So I guess if one of these things hits me, I'm screwed. Yes, maybe. Collect power-ups to get jump pods. I have to rinse each level. What does that mean? What's a jump pod? What's a jump pod? Okay, this game is not making much sense, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna have to... Space Giraffe, not good to play in the dark. When the power zone is active, you can pull enemies off the room by running into them. Ah, okay. My ship keeps sneezing. What? Okay, so I gave it a rest. I finished this tutorial. Kind of makes sense, but not really. I don't know how I'm going to be able to review it. It's a bit weird. Basically, you're on this thing, and then things come towards you, and then there's this other line, and when it's at the back, you can knock the other things off. Otherwise, it's just a on-rail geometry wars with Trippy. It's hard to explain. This game has the most random sound effects I think I've heard in a game, like ever. I think if the background wasn't sort of like a cloud thing going on, it wouldn't be so hard to look at. Congratulations, you success. Our winner is you. I haven't been playing it for that long, but I keep dying, and I'm not sure why. I think I've got the power zone thing, and then so I go around to knock them all off, but and then I die, and then I don't understand. It sounds like every time you knock them off, there's like aeroplanes, and so I think I've done something right then. It says I'm drop-tastic, so I don't know. I'm trying to watch that line, but it's quite hard with the sort of acid trip the screen's doing. Well, I'm starting to get into it, actually. Okay. So I just got an achievement, and it told me how to get the achievement on the help when I was trying to figure out what I was doing. Get bonus multiplier up to 9 times in one ball run. It's where you knock them all off the rim. But I'm starting to see the appeal, maybe? Which means it must be a really bad game to demo. So, like, to be honest, I don't think, apart from people who follow video games, it won't sell too well. Maybe it will, I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so I just read the Wikipedia page, and I kind of learned a bit more than the in-game how to play tutorial. Apart from that achievement tip. Yeah, I know I'm gonna have to stick with it. What? Okay, every time I die, a phone rings, and okay, I'm gonna go back to Wikipedia see if I can get a bit more on this. Okay, try to make sense of this. The phone ringing was when I was getting shot by an enemy. Makes perfect sense. To stop it, I have to then shoot that same bullet. Well, it's not a real bullet. I have to shoot that measure colour with one of my own bullets, but I can't. No, stop saying bullet. And then I've got to use my hoof shots, which are the shots you get on the side when you got the power zone. You can't use your main shots because then you'd be in front of the bullet, and then if you get hit, the phone will ring. I just got killed by another bullet, but I know what it was. But still, it's like they should be bigger. I know they're only, well, not bullets. I know they're only like shots fired at you, but they need to be a bit clearer, because like with the mesh in the background and the whole level designs or weird shape, you can't really tell, and it sort of makes the game a bit unfair. No, I don't know if that's just the learning curve at the minute, but at the minute it seems like. I just done level 12 without dying, and I think I've done it. I'm not too bad. Well, okay, this level says run in the background. Kind of figured out a good strategy on that level. It was just stay in the bit where I could tell clearer what's going on, and then occasionally go around the level, come back. It seems like each level's got its own strategy, which is surprising, because it's, at first it seemed like not a simple game, but it seemed like once you figured it out it was straightforward, but each level's got its own little bit, which is kind of cool. But it seems like each level also has an end point that you have to get to, and it doesn't tell you that point, so it's not like it's a score you have to beat on each level, it just sort of moves you on. I don't know if that's time based or whatever, but there's no clock either. I'd like an unlimited mode where I could just play each level for as long as I wanted and just try and get the highest score you could. That'd be cool. But then they'd have to do, because there's 100 levels, just found out on the level select screen, they'd have to have 100 different leaderboards. Well, I suppose they wouldn't have to do leaderboards, but it would be cool if it did have leaderboards. They might actually have, maybe you have to unlock it or something, I don't know. Still haven't allowed to play around in the menus or anything. Yep. The Space Giraffe seems like it's on the verge of being a great game, but there's too much going on the same screen. Well, it's not that there's too much going on, it's just that all the colours sort of makes it distorted, which makes it a bit challenging, which is a good thing, but I don't know if it's just because I'm used to the game, but it seems like when I die, I didn't really expect to die because I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. It was like this bullet would come, you wouldn't see it, and then you'd die, and it's sort of like I'm playing away, I seem to get into it, and then, oh, I'm dead, I have to do that bit again, and then it just seems weird, because there's too much going on, you can't really see what's coming towards you all the time, especially when it's distorted. I think maybe if you could turn the background off, I think that would help, and if the graphics were a bit simpler, like the bullets were one colour and the enemies were another colour, it wasn't like the bullets are 20 colours changing at the same time, so are the enemies. So it's sort of, you have to tell by shapes, and I think sound has something to do with it, but you can't really. But apart from that, which is quite a big flaw. It's quite good. I can see myself getting into it a bit more. I think I'll leave it for now though, and come back to it a bit later. Put it down for an hour. We'll see. Because it's very trippy.